And let's jump into this match. This is the quarterfinals here. The Dark Stream versus Faust. Yeah, congrats to all those who made it. They all qualify for the big invitation-only championship tournament coming up this fall, the Magic Jankathon. Stay tuned for that. There's going to be more info announced about that at some point in the coming weeks.
Is the stipulation there that you have to play Jank? Because I'm all for it.
You have to play, well, you don't have to play Jank, but you have to get to the top 8. So Jank or not, Jank even better. Then you'll be like a folk hero. You'll be like Robin Hood if you get to the top 8 with a Jank deck.
I'll start building.
And then you're qualified. Yeah. All right, a good hand here for green-white, I think. We've got lands, we've got Commune, Jukai, Calyx. So yeah, pretty nice. Commune going to refill us here, find some more action, and get that Jukai down quick. And who needs treasure when you just discount all the spells in your deck by 1? It's the same thing. All right, here we go.
Right.
Blue-black. So this is Grixis, no red mana, so no Abrades. Obviously representing Make Disappear here. And yeah, seeing a bunch of Grixis decks in this top 8 makes me think, yeah, that might be the shift that these decks need to make, is go back to blue to deal with, enchantment decks like this one. And giving yourself some resiliency, like some Brotherhood's Ends and a more controlling version of the red-black.
I always like those versions that have just a little bit, just that. Yep, there it is, like that kind of thing. That turn 2, turn 3, having a counterspell for something that's gonna snowball into a bigger threat later on. It's always nice to just have a little answer, right? Be able to say no early game.
Yeah. And we're thinking,
making a decision. Yeah, it's either. I think you go aggro against. I mean, there's going to probably be removal, but you just want to go aggro. You just have to take advantage of the situation. You'll draw a card when your creature dies, but do the damage while you can, gain some life.
And no red mana from the opponent means no turn 3 Fable, means we're winning here. Green-white in a really good position. Now able to play around Make Disappear with our 4th land. So Calyx coming down with no risk of getting countered here.
And you get to cut, and there's the copy.
It's a copy, the Jukai Naturalist.
And then it gets a +1/+1 counter. You get a token of a permanent, and you get to put a counter on it. And now that commune nothing.
Yeah. And that commune with Spirits resolved instantly, which means now Darkstream knows there's no counter spell in my opponent's hand. Bam, slam the wedding announcement. Now we're huge board and it's over. That's unfortunate. I think Faust just missed the red mana there. Damn. Okay, Surges, of course, just insta coming in. Yeah, Audacity, a risk, because anytime you're playing an Aura, I mean, that's the big inherent weakness of those cards, is you play against a deck with a lot of spot removal, and playing Auras and things like that are just a massive liability if they 2-for-1 you. We saw them losing that previous match because they went for, not this player, but Christian, the other green-white enchantments player, going for that Tivar stand in the face of open mana and just getting 2-for-1 by the Go for the Throat. So Audacity coming out, good call. Surge going in, also good call. What else comes out here, though? I think that's it. Yeah,
I might have put Lauren in for those pesky fables, and also, the fables, and also the token, the blood tokens, the treasure tokens. Maybe you want to take a little bit more control over the match, because you know how Grixis can just kind of have so many resources so quickly with everything.
It's true,
but maybe that's just my my assessment of the situation is not the same as others sometimes.
No, it's all good. I think that makes sense. I think the only drawback, and it's one of the strengths of a card like Fable, is killing the enchantment. Like if you cite an enchantment removal like Lauren in this case for the Fable, I mean, the damage is almost already done. If you're not citing in a card that deals with this part of it, that Goblin Shaman, dealing with the actual enchantment is almost like, you're bailing out the ship with a thimble or something. Like you're not. The damage is done. The goblins in play, it's ramping them. Like right now, we almost certainly have to ossify this goblin.
Yep.
You could Teachings leave up Surge for nothing. There's nothing, you're making a 1/1. I would ossify, because again, this is the turn 3 Fable into turn 4 Invoke off that treasure is so devastating early. I mean, you could go for Wedding Announcement if you think they have Invoke, just to try and absorb some of it and trade essentially Wedding Announcement for the Invoke, and they only get 1 card. But yeah, they're going to go for, you know what? yeah, they're basically saying, you know what, I'll let you do the thing. I'm just gonna blanket with a Surge of Salvation. So
yeah, there were
those
two decent options there. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the theme of the day, as we've mentioned, we got to get rid of that token. That's the lesson we're trying to teach today. But when you do have the backup of the Surge of Salvation, it's there it is.
Okay.
You could have your eyes
Nice.
closed.
Yeah, I like that. That's
good play. Good play.
The Surge, yeah, because you got to deal with that Invoke. So there's two ways to do it. You either ossify that Goblin or you do the Surge thing. So they blow their Surge here, but now the Goblin's still in play, still ramping them. Now they can slam Chandra on turn 5. Like it just, that Goblin still has to die here or they might be in trouble. Now, if they do have a 6-drop, they're going to suicide that Goblin. They just already have another Invoke. Okay.
Of course they do. Have you never seen these decks play? If you have one, you have another.
Yeah, they have them all. I know. It feels like that sometimes, but yeah, that's pretty lucky. So Faust has 2 invokes, one on turn 4, one on turn 5. That's tough. Now the Surge got the first one, of course, but now we need to do something here.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is going to eat the Reflection. We're going to see 2 damage come in and then a Wedding Announcement token, and hope your opponent doesn't have some more 5 and 6 mana spells in their hand.
Yeah, this is a tough spot for Selesnya right now. This is like the exact spot you don't want to be. Ugh.
Yeah, because again, it's tough to come from behind with this deck. Like, no, the sideboard Brotherhood's End.
Yep.
And Corpse Raisers. So
the backup.
This game is slipping away very quickly. They're looking at 3 cards here is going to almost certainly get them something very powerful off the top. Teachings, okay.
That's why I really did like we mentioned earlier, Rite of Harmony, something to draw you some extra cards, because that is a very big weakness in these types of decks. When you get down to 1 or 2 cards in hand and you have all your permanents in play, you need to refill somehow. And these decks, especially against mid-range decks like Grixis and Rakdos, you need threats and you need answers as well. So,
right. Oof, the Grixis command. Yeah, destroy creatures power 2 or less, saving the Corpse Appraiser, 5/5 lifelink crunch. No more tokens. The second phase of Teachings of the Kirin, not going to really do anything here. Yeah, not a bad draw though. Wedding Announcement off the top.
Yeah, a little blocker, a strong little blocker for a minute.
Yeah, absorb some damage here, but the hits are going to keep on coming.
There you go.
Yeah, and this is where the controlling version of the Rakdos shell is, I think, preferable. If these green-white decks are continuing to be popular, the match against Grixis is very different than the match against red-black for this enchantments deck. They would much rather play against Rakdos burn or Rakdos, kill you quickly. Grixis control the board and kill you slowly is much tougher to beat. They've got these kind of wrath effects, Brotherhood's End, and Grixis Command out of the sideboard.
Yeah, Grixis Command is pretty good.
Yeah, it's a spicy one. That card saw a lot of play when Esper Legends. It's one of the best cards against Esper Legends, and you saw them bring it in the mirror match against the other Esper Legends decks and stuff. That deck kind of fell off, so Grixis Command not seeing a ton of play now, but in Faust's sideboard here, definitely doing work against the enchantments.
Yeah. I love the shark, the addition of the shark in these decks too. The Sharknado shark.
Yeah. That is an interesting one. It's good against a deck like green-white because green-white doesn't play any removal. So, it was like when we were, that green-white mirror that happened earlier in round 7 or 6, I was watching, and both players just went crazy, snowballing out of control because neither one is really interacting. You've only got 4 ossifications, and that's it. I don't know what other removal there is in the deck. So, red-black siding and Seed Shark because they know it's probably not going to die, and if it doesn't, it'll produce enough blockers that they'll be able to stabilize. So, I like that sideboard call for sure. So, green's still playing a main deck Lauren here. I don't know if I like Lauren. It does blow up Bankbuster, I guess.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Here.
They've got Circle of Confinement in the board. Yeah, I'm not sure if Invasion of Gobakan.
The invasion actually is nice early game. Yeah, you get to slow your opponent down, especially with the Grixis. You we're talking about. They're doing turn 5 plays on turn 4 all the time, so to be able to slow them down a little bit would be nice.
Yeah, exactly. You want that Gobakan against decks that are trying to resolve big, splashy, swingy spells, 5, 6, 7 mana spells. Bring in that invasion, just put those spells totally into uncastable territory. And yeah, and then have the hexproof up later, hopefully. Hexproof not great against the invokes, but still good against things like we saw Brotherhood's End there. We saw Gix's Command. I mean, giving all your guys indestructible is great against those kind of cards.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised we didn't see the Gobakans come in, but let's see if they... This is an aggressive curve here. We've got lots of 2s, some powerful 3s. If Jukai comes down, Calyx costs 2 and Wedding Announcement costs 2. So even though we only have 2 lands in play and none in hand, it's all a question of, do we expose the Naturalist here? We really want it to survive. I think I would go Kami of Transience first. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the play.
Because if we lose that, it's not the end of the world, of course. We can bring it back next turn. But if we play Kami and we don't draw land, then we can't play Wedding Announcement or Calyx next turn. So, yeah, Darkstream in the tank here, trying to figure out, is Naturalist or Transient the best play here? Yeah. Going back and forth. Ooh, decides to risk it with the Naturalist.
Okay.
Yeah, this is going to pump the Visitor. Cut down?
Is there a
no
cut down
way.
still? Oh.
I mean, if Faust has the cut down, he's cutting down the Naturalist, right?
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, there it is.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, risky. I think I would have gone for the Transients there just to see if there's, try and bait their counter. Oh, and we found the land. Damn. So the land means, the Kami of Transients was the better play there, but they were risking that for the higher upside of being able to untap with Naturalist, and maybe if they didn't find a land, getting to play their 3 drops here for 2 mana. But that didn't work out. Calyx coming down, though.
See if Calyx can stick around for more than 1 turn.
Yep, that generous Visitor.
The Visitor's going to get big, though. Yeah, that's...
yeah.
We've already done 6 damage here. 1 damage came from one of the lands. I think, no, not even. So we've done 6 damage in 2 turns. It's not bad. And there it is.
For a 1-drop.
Yeah.
Yep, more removal. That's one thing Grixis does well, is kill stuff. And red-black, for that matter. Visitor's getting large, though. This is doing it all by itself. The little Visitor that could. 5/5. Oh, another go for the throw. Lots of removal.
Just a pile of removal now. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Still, this is not the worst. Okay, we're double spelling this turn. That's good. Gonna lead with the Commune. Teaching's not super impressive. Yeah.
Teachings, I think, is a little slow. Yeah, we were right on the same page.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about that card in this deck. I know it's an enchantment. I know it puts a, it's a 1/1. Mills 3 cards. Sometimes you get a Kami in the yard, but I don't know.
It's too slow. I mean, even a 2 mana, it just seems too slow for the thing you want it to do. By 3 turns have to go by, and you have to attack. I mean, that's like, it's a win more kind of card. I don't think it does anything really significant in the early game.
I don't know what you could replace it with, though. Like, what other 2-drop could you want? Something aggressive. You want, but we're already playing all the things that are that price that are aggressive. I'm not sure what I'd have to look at Gather or something, but it's interesting. Maybe that's just the best thing you can do aside from what you're already doing on turn 2. I'm not sure. Anyway, we do see the board clear again, and another invoke.
They come in pairs, I swear.
Okay, I mean, they're drawing cards here, but they're not gaining life from these invokes. You're not going to race these creatures in play. Yeah, another Kami.
And then Teachings. We play the Teachings. Okay, so we go to 3 damage.
Yep, pump the team, getting large.
And you get bigger, and you get bigger.
Yeah. I
would just put them on. Yeah, just put them on the attacking creatures here.
Yeah, on the Kami that's attacking. Because again, pumping up the Visitor... the Visitor's a target already. I don't know, maybe Kami now is big enough that it's the target for the next go for the throat or whatever, but this is putting the opponent to 3 unless they have a cut down here. Oh yeah, so they cycle. They need to find a Brotherhood's End, but even now we've got 1 Kami that's too big.
Or Gix's Command would do it right now. That's the... because
that would
not even that Gix's Command. Nope. Yep, there's a...
Yeah.
That's right.
Main phase, Urtai. Okay. Playing this now so that the opponent doesn't untap with, Surge or some other thing to give hexproof. So smart. Main phase Urtai here.
Ooh.
And there's another blocker. Okay. Finding some action. Eating a Kami from the yard. Very nice.
It looks like it's wrapped up, though. They can ossify 1, and they need to get 2 points through here.
Yep. This is going to pump, the Trampler. The ossification is going to trigger the Visitor. So, yeah, I think that'll do it. And I think green-white taking this down. Very nice.
Good 3 games there, yeah.
as we jump to the next match. Mob Boss. Uh-oh. And for Fafe. For Faf. Nice. All right. 2 players who made it all the way through a grueling field to get to the top 4 here. This is the Rakdos burn deck. Looks like a version from the top 8, playing that one of Light Up the Night in the main. Love that addition. Beautiful combo with Chandra. Just getting it to play Chandra plus Chandra minus Light Up the Night. Remove all the loyalty from Chandra. Even though Chandra dies, it still copies the Light Up the Night, and you do 17 damage. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I love interactions like that. Those are some of my favorite things in Magic.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. That passive ability on Chandra is super breakable. Okay, Blood Tithe on turn 2 versus Bankbuster on turn 2. 2 excellent 2-drops here. One more aggressive than the other, though. Let's see. Mob Boss has no Fable. Ooh, no Fable here for Fafe. Loves to see it. And no other plays. No turn, no 2-drops. So that's, not a great turn for Mob Boss there. See a Bankbuster here. Kind of surprised to see this playing into a Braid, but I guess we have no other plays. Would have much rather played a Fable there. Probably going to get a Braided, and then maybe we discard a Swamp to... Oh, no, they just draw. Nice. So they don't have an Abrade yet. That's pretty sweet. Or maybe they were stuck on land, needed to find a 4th land here.
Yeah.
There's the land.
Oh.
Drawing main phase. Wow. No action? Must be looking for an Abrade here to pop that Bankbuster.
Mm-hmm. It's got to be the only thing, right?
Otherwise, why draw on the main phase? Yeah, that's an interesting one. It's a Duress. Okay. This is game 1, but of course, a lot of these decks main decking that Duress, like we were talking about earlier, which I think is correct. I think it's just,
Yeah, it definitely totally makes sense right now. It just gives me the Thoughtseize chills every time it happens. In game 1, you're like, oh, and they always snag something,
Yeah. And that's the thing with cards like that. Like, they will always get something, but a lot of times, like, it depends what you're getting. A lot of things aren't high impact. When they are high impact, then it's insane. So when it's a Fable or an Invoke or a Chandra, like those things are so nuts that, Duress is really good. But, against aggro, it's terrible. Against even the Atraxa decks, it's not amazing because you're not able to get the big creature-based threats.
Right.
Like it can really, it's a very sharp tool scalpel. You got to be surgical. It's got to be just right conditions for it to be good. We see an Invoke here. Yeah, that's tough. So both players, oof.
Wow.
I'm playing on Game Boy here.
Yeah.
Game Boy Advance.
Getting a little mana flooded as well.
Oh yeah.
Don't underestimate. I think it's people the Duress conundrum. I think just seeing your opponent's hand too, right? I mean, we always really focus on like what card we're taking and how good it is versus certain things. But you get to see the whole hand. You get to see all those cards. And you play around some stuff for a couple turns. So
yeah, the info is worth it. Again, the info scales depending on what you're playing against control, against Grixis or decks with counter spells. The info is fantastic. It's worth more than a card. Yeah, for sure. But, again, against aggro, so you look at their hand and it's like, oh, so that's how you're going to kill me. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to die.
At least you can be prepared to die. Yeah.
Yeah, like blue-white soldiers or mono-white, or you're just like, well, all right. But what you're saying is absolutely true. The info is definitely a part of the card. Anything that lets you look at the hand is always has that kind of icing on that cake. But there's Chandra.
There's Chandra and the Light Up the Night. Look at that. Oof.
Yeah, this is scary. Now, the opponent, the Rakdos deck, I'm not sure what they could have outside of Invoke to eat this Chandra right now. They're going to go for Light Up the Night right now. Interesting. Kill that. Yeah, kill that pilot so they can't put damage on Chandra. And then from the graveyard, again, if they untap with Chandra here, they can kill them. They can the Grixis player can burn out they're both Rakdos. The player we're watching here can burn out Mob Boss off the loyalty from Chandra there, flashing back that Light Up the Night, minusing the loyalty. That should be enough. Because even though the Chandra dies, and that's where a lot of newer players, they don't realize that the spell still copies, even if Chandra is not in play.
Yeah.
Oh, they had another third invoke?
Third invoke, yep.
Jeez. Okay, well, that was, yeah, they were very close to getting burned almost to death there. I don't know if it would have killed them, but yeah, and now this is over. Okay, close games. Man, both these decks just viciously attacking each other. No interaction because nobody's playing blue, so it's just my haymaker, then your haymaker, then mine, then yours, and whoever draws more of them wins the game.
Very dependent on play and draw with these two decks.
Yeah.
You know, the bank buster on 2 and you're on the play kind of really just swings things in your direction very favorably if you can't find that abrade or you know, turn 1 duress that we're talking about.
Yeah, right. Was that was game 3? Okay.
This was game 1.
The giveaway. Was that okay? That's what I thought. The video cut out there, and I was like, "Oh, are we done?"
No,
I'm like, I didn't think that was. Yeah. Okay. There we go. It's back. Whoever the stream just cut out there. Okay, we're doing another giveaway. Giveaway reset. Very nice. Let's do that giveaway. Get the tickets in. Pizza to get in.
Pizza in the chat.
Yeah. Get that arena code. Free stuff.
Love giveaways. When I did my podcast way back, right in the like kind of sort of in the beginning of like the COVID era, I was doing this podcast about Magic and Hearthstone with a good friend of mine. And the first thing we did in our first couple episodes, we gave away a box of Core Set 2020.
Oh, cool.
And it was I learned a quick lesson that when you're just starting out a podcast, don't give away full boxes of Magic cards. Maybe build a little bit of an audience first.
Build it up,
because our winners there was like a 1 in 3 chance for winning that $90 box of cards. So there's a little tip for you out there.
Yeah, I've done a lot of giveaways.
We got a little excited, but giveaways are always a part of my heart. I love spreading the love around when it comes to people supporting others. So
it feels
maybe not do it right away.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah, it was the same for me when we were, starting out streaming and stuff and I wanted to do giveaways. I want to do charity work and all these other things, but it's hard with a really small community. You're just asking too much from your community for things like that. But giveaways, of course, it's great. But then the same person wins multiple times and it's like, oh boy, I need to either space these out or, So turn 1 duress from Mob Boss here.
The emote.
Taking the Busta.
Yep, as we spoke of. Yep, good play there. Play the Buster.
Yep, but we have 2, and they know it. Okay, so we resolved the second Buster here. Now, do they have... Oh, no Blood Tide, no Buster. Nice. Interesting. Okay. Gravy, not doing too much yet, but a sticky threat that there's no real way for them to answer cleanly without 2-for-1ing themselves, aside from Invoke. But
do we go for the... Yes, of course we do.
Yeah, because if they have a braid here, they're going to braid this regardless, right? So there's no downside to this.
And now they're going to kill the... Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they're going to 2-for-1 themselves. Okay. And that's what they have to do. Yeah, there's not really...
There's no good way around getting rid of the Trespasser. That card is...
Yeah, not early anyway.
Yeah.
And no 3 play. Wow, no Fable on turn 3. Not great for Mob Boss here. I said that last game, though, and then they ended up winning. So, I don't know.
I feel like Mob Boss might just have a whole bunch of removal and just kind of waiting for the threats and removing them as they come, maybe.
Could be.
Maybe a couple invokes and some removal and just kind of playing the 1-for-1 game like we talked about earlier.
Well, I hope they have removal here because otherwise Chandra's coming down next turn if that Goblin swings. And it is going to swing. I would be tossing that Blackleaf's Cliff, trying to find an untapped land there, but okay, they choose not to. Yeah, okay, so I guess we can't cast Chandra here because they drew the Blackleaf Cliffs. Soken Zen, sure. Not the greatest play on turn 4.
Yeah, they're probably going to just double block it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're trading 4 mana for your 1 chapter of Fable, which only costs 3. Okay, but you got to do what you got to do. Trade off for that Goblin. And yeah, I would have tossed that Cliffs to try and find an untapped land. If you can slam Chandra here, you're so far ahead. But now we don't have an untapped land, so we're digging. Maybe find a better threat here. It's Razor Lash. Okay, and we've got Chandra next turn.
All right.
This is good. Get Razor Lash out there. It's a great answer to, or it's a great card to have in play for Invoke Despair. If they do invoke us here, we're glad to sack the Transmogrant and the Fable, so be it. And they only draw one card.
A Duress.
Oh, the Duress.
Wow.
Damn. One turn before we were going to slam that. Good draws. Good draws. Now it's close. One card each. There's a Blood Tithe versus a Razor Lash. Kiki's about to flip. Bankbuster in play, though, means we are definitely still ahead here. Nope. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice top deck. Okay.
I take it back.
Yeah, that's a good draw.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what we needed. Big haymakers. So now we've got Invoke into Crew Bankbuster, swing for 4. That puts them to 8. And then they are very close to being dead. Copying this Razor Lash, swinging for 6 next turn. Did they go to combat? Oh. Ooh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Why not invoke pre-combat there? Huh.
Maybe they just want to make sure that they're not going to block. Like if they did decide to block, they get the extra 2 from the Blood Tithe Harvester not being there.
Okay, yeah, maybe
just it's a very fringe play there, but maybe that's what they were hoping, because they could always get the Transmogrant back if they blocked. So there's the hope of just one extra invoke trigger.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
It's like playing tennis, I swear. It's so
yep. I would be sacking Reflection here and letting them draw 2. But okay, sack both, I guess. I'd like to keep something on the board here. That's why if you leave the Razor Lash on the board, you can draw with Bankbuster here, untap, Crew Bankbuster, swing for 4, and then invoke, do 6, and then that's GG.
Right.
I mean, I guess, okay, sure. You can bring this back as a 4/4.
And it's, okay. So they have it locked up here.
Have it. Either way, yeah, we have it.
Yep.
2 ways to get to the same finish line here. So this is going to take us to a game 3. Nice.
2 very aggressive, very similar decks here. Just beating each other up back and forth. Those Invokes Despair. Yeah, Invoke Despair is going to stick around. I'm making that call right now. On banning day, Invoke Despair is nowhere near the chopping block. That card's going to stay around for quite a while. Yeah. Unfortunately, I know we all hate it, but I don't think it's to the point of we have to get rid of it, because
I
takes
agree.
a little bit to get there. It takes a little to get there. It takes Fable the Mirror Breaker to get there. See, Fable the Mirror Breaker is the enabler, right? That's the card that gets you to cast it on turn 4 rather than turn 5, and you know, all that sort of stuff. So Fable is the number 1 up there, but
yeah, I think you're right. I agree. I don't think Invoke will get banned. But I wouldn't be surprised if they ban more than they needed to. I still don't think it's Invoke. I think the top 3 are probably Fable, Bankbuster, and Sheoldred. But I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised to see them do something crazy, because again, this is the big rotation. They're not going to do another ban announcement for a year, they said, outside of the 3-week window after every new set is released. They're leaving themselves this emergency 3-week ban window.
Right.
But the next official bans should not be for 1 year. So I wouldn't be surprised if they banned like even Sheoldred as well, even though I'm not sure. I don't think that deserves a ban either, but so then I don't know if they ban Sheoldred, maybe they throw in Invoke, maybe they ban 5 cards, you know? I don't know.
Seriously. I can't wait to see what the fringe card is. I see it. I have this gut feeling that there's going to be some random card that everybody's going to, what, why? And then kind of be like, oh, all right, I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, like they don't need to ban it, but they, like the last time rotation happened, they banned 3 cards when they really only needed to ban 1. And they did that, and they explained and said, I know, we're banning 3 here because not because they're too broken, but because we want to open up the format, in their words. And that's what it did. So this is, again, same spot. We're in, a period of big change here for Standard. We're seeing another year added to the rotation. That's a huge change.
That's huge,
might see drastic changes to to the way they ban things, just because they want to shake it up and they want to really mark this as, okay, we are kind of pseudo rotating this format in a way by banning some stuff. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Yeah.
All right, we're in game 3 here of the top 4. This is important match, and we're Mob Boss has got the sort of the dream,
the curve.
Yeah,
looking good this time. Yeah, very nice. Got to
Held
kill that gobbo.
Yep. That's the lesson.
And now we don't have a Fable of our own. Lily's not the worst here. Lily minus. And I think that's got to be better than Trespasser here.
Yeah, definitely. Yep.
Get the creature in the yard, and then you can trespass, drain them for 1. Every point counts. And Lily in these matches is basically used as a double removal spell. It's just minus, and then plus, and then minus.
Right.
And that's usually enough. That's enough card advantage. That's enough. Getting a nice little 2-for-1 like that is usually enough to kind of give you a little bit of an edge. But we'll see. Ooh, no other plays, just a Bank Buster. Okay. We need 1 more land for this Invoke. Discarding Transmogrant, I'm guessing.
Oh, Transmogrant, right. I thought it was Bank Buster for a second. Yeah. Good little combo there. Nice.
Yeah. Yep. Now it can't come back quite yet, but and they we graveyard. Yeah, right. Okay. Get a little drain there. Nice. So now Liliana again acting as another removal spell. You're going to see no hesitation for Fafe here to just minus that Lily and eat whatever's on the other side of the battlefield.
Right.
We'll see if they have more than 1 creature, though. Any land off the top. That's what we're hoping for here for the home team. Ooh, and there's the Invoke.
It's
okay. So be it. That's just... Ooh, okay.
A reset button. We miss our land drop, unfortunately, but a Sheoldred's not a bad consolation prize at the moment.
Yeah, right. Could have been a lot worse. So that's not bad. We do still have a soul transfer here if we want to bring something back or exile something. But these decks are not great at getting both halves of that card.
Right.
But, it's still possible with Bankbuster and Fable. Another Invoke. He's ready to give the GGs.
Yeah.
No. The old sarcastic, like, okay, GG, I guess. We're going to play for 4 more turns, but that did it. And then the duress. You hate to see it. Post double Invoke.
There's going to be another one. There's going to be another one in hand.
Yeah, we'll still get something good here.
I told you. There it is. I told you.
Lucky draws from Mob
At least the
Boss
duress
here.
came in handy, though. At least, we got rid of the card we don't want cast against us 3 turns in a row. We get to exile the Fable.
Kiki.
Yeah,
because they have Blood Tithe coming down next turn, but they're just going to Blood Tithe Fable next turn.
Yeah.
And right back to where they started. Going to smash for 4 damage. And missing land drops is just, now we're too far behind here. That Fable is going to absorb all of the Invoke, and we are, they're like, look at this.
I think a lot of us have been in that screen lots of times lately.
Yeah. I mean, but again, it's so weird because they don't always have 3 Invokes. Like, I know it feels like that, but, it's like all the times they don't have it and you win, like, you're never tracking those times, but it does feel like you're remembering all the times like this, right? And of course, it's happening on camera, so I'm sure everybody in the chat's like, "See,
it happens." Yeah.
God damn it! I told you.
Those are my people. That's my thing. I'm the shuffler truther guy on Twitter. I'm the annoying guy who's made their Twitter presence be known. I post all these improbable screenshots daily of all the crazy stuff that happens to me, and
it's
rigged. I never tell you when I win. I only tell you when I lose.
Class action lawsuit against Wizards. When are we doing it?
Gave him the good game.
Yeah, GG's.
Yeah, there's the Chandra.
Yep.
Mob Boss takes it in 3. The unfortunate not being able to draw the 5th land there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
This video is brought to you by MagicJank.com, the spiciest cards for your sauciest decks. Buy and sell Magic the Gathering products and gear today on MagicJank.com.
Looking for the latest comic book to add to your collection? How about the last card for that Magic the Gathering Commander deck? Well, the comic book stores got you covered. Shop online at comicbookstore.tcgplayerpro.com or come in person at 30 North Main Street, Glassboro, New Jersey. Pizza people, are you enjoying the content? Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. It's free. Hit that bell icon as well. That way, anytime any of our new content comes out, you're able to see it right away. Hey, leave a comment down below as well. Tell us what you're going to play in the next event, or tell us what you're enjoying about the video. Don't forget, check out the description too. We've got tons of great content down below, and on top of that, we're going to have our tournament schedule too. So get in on it. Hope to see you.
Now it just means we have so much data. You've got to be more careful where you get your data from and make sure you're getting good data and acting on that data appropriately, and using it as kind of a guideline and not the Bible. Like
exactly,
I should just be doing
yeah.
this.
And use your
it's really interesting.
Use your imagination too. Don't forget that you if you copy a deck from the internet, you can still mess around with it. Play. That's the part of the game that sometimes loses us. Is just like, oh, a good deck is a good deck, so it's copy paste and go. Play around sometimes.
And go ahead. We're in this game now.
I was just going to announce the final. Congratulations to the finalists here, the Darkstream and Mobboss. We're in the finals here. And the underdog is here. We have the Selesnya enchantments versus the Rakdos midrange. So good luck to our players here.
Yeah, nice. This is what everybody wanted to see, a new deck in the finals here. Now, keeping a risky one, he's giving the tears of sadness here because he knows I kept a one lander, but it was a good keep. I think it was a good keep. Commune with Spirits is a land, basically, right? I think it's enchantment or land, or creature, whatever. So yeah, you get to commune here. You basically find your second land, but kind of rough because we're not going to be able to play a 2-drop unless we top deck that land. They take commune, and that duress is now really punishing. Yep. Oh boy. Well, it was a risk, but this is game 1, so they don't have 4 duresses in their deck. I think Mobboss got a little lucky to find one of the two copies, I believe. But let's see. I'm going to double check this list.
It looks like there's 4. That's
in the main deck.
That's 4 in the main deck. Yeah, I'm taking a look right now.
Oh, never mind. Okay, Rakdos
really just
came out to play.
Leaning in hard there. Yeah.
4 duress in the main deck. Holy cow. Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm sure they were good for Mobboss because he's here in the finals, but yikes, that is risky. I mean, again, you're basically, those kind of decisions are basically you saying, I'm not gonna worry about aggro. If I play against aggro, I'm probably losing game 1 like 90% of the time, but that's fine. I'm expecting no aggro in this tournament. So that's just, Okay, that land just in time, letting us ossify the goblin here.
Ossify the goblin.
Yep. Get that gobbo out of here.
Take 2. You go.
Okay. Ozolith, an interesting addition to this deck. Not an enchantment, not a creature. You think a card like that would have to be very, very, very powerful to warrant a slot in this deck. And that is why it's in here. I think it's that good. There's so many things that get +1 counters in this. The Ozolith doubling them and then also putting counters itself can really push through, a large Kami of Transience or gain a ton of life with Jukai now. Yeah, and they duress it away.
Duress it away. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen the card that much in action, but I do know that the sort of you want to get rid of it early if it's even if it exists in the hand. So it's it looks like something that's it's a long-term threat for sure if it resolves.
Oh yeah, yeah. And here's Kami of Transience coming down. Okay, some resilient threat here. They are gonna ramp. They are gonna ramp, and they're gonna be invoking if that's what they've got.
Are we blocking?
Well, if we block, then invoke draws them 3. We lose 2 life either way. I don't know. That's close.
Oh, they had the land. Yep.
They have the land anyway. Now,
is it going to go like cut down? No. Oh, we're Chandraing. Okay.
Yeah, because only one red here. Let's use that treasure while we can.
Yep.
That is going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, just kill the Kami, right? Yeah.
So Ossify eats Chandra here, but yeah, we can't even. Okay, nice. Finding that land, letting us double spell. And then they've got Kiki making copies and swinging, so still bad, but at least Chandra's out of the way here.
Oh, they get to do the fun end step reflection shenanigans. I love that move.
Yeah, so I'm not sure because the green-white deck doesn't have instant speed removal here. So yeah, if we don't have removal, we are just dead.
Yep.
Not bad though. Put a couple blockers into play, but they're going to get 5-6 keys here. So that'll be more than enough, I believe.
Yeah, because then they can just 12 damage or so. And then they have the one goblin token, so that's 14. They have 2 blockers. Essentially, the Darkstream's at 13 right now.
Right. Yeah, this is going to be lethal, I believe. Gaining 2 life to 13, blocking 2 things. Yeah, 16 damage, right? That should be lethal. Why not Blood Tithe?
Yeah, why not? Let's just make it clean. Let's just Yep.
Yeah. There's the GG.
Get rid of that. Yeah. Tough.
Okay. All right, game 1, Rakdos. Let's see if we've got some sideboard. I think I think it gets a lot better for green-white than it does for Rakdos out of the sideboard, because green-white, the surges are better than anything Rakdos is going to bring in against you. They are maybe playing, let me see, do they have a Brotherhood's End in the sideboard perhaps? They do, and they have 1 Glistening Deluge, a card I was talking about earlier. Right. -3/-3 to the team. That is what you want this card for, is this matchup. So Glistening and Brotherhood's End almost certainly coming in here. Obliterating Bolt probably coming in. Blot Out is a nice one. Cut Downs are going to come in. A lot of spot removal in the black-red sideboard here.
Do you think are we bringing, or is
the Darkstream sideboard already? Wow.
I looked away for a second. That's why I just kind of got flustered. I was looking at their sideboard on the Melee site, and then I looked back and they were ready. So I don't know what they sideboard is.
I see 4 Surge of Salvation. Those automatically come in.
For sure.
And then I think the question is, do you bring in Invasion of Gobekhan against Rakdos? It's tempting. I mean, taking an Invoke, like making their 5 and 6 mana plays cost more. I mean, you see every game coming down to, do you have Invoke? Question number 2, how many Invokes do you have? If the answer is yes and a lot, then we lose, like every game. Or do you have a Chandra? Yeah, okay, we lose. Like those big Haymaker cards are the ones that win them the match 90% of the time. So yes, sometimes they kiki you out, but that's not often. I would be bringing in the Invasion, I think, here. Not only is it good against those kind of expensive cards, just putting them out of reach, out of castability range, but also flipping and being able to give your whole team hexproof is very powerful against the deck that's trying to spot remove.
Right.
It does protect you against Brotherhood's End as well. It does not protect you against Glistening Deluge, though, which is why I think we might see an uptick in that card in black sideboard, red-black deck sideboards anyway. All right, so the 1-lander didn't pan out. Let's see if the 2-lander gets there.
2 lands, you know what? 2 lands is better than 1, I'll tell you that much.
2 lands is better than 1. Yeah. All right, here we go. Is it a duress on turn 1?
Absolutely. Oh, Dreams. Interesting.
Dreams. That is
weird. That was in. I overlooked that card.
I saw it in the sideboard. I didn't think they would bring it in, though, here. It's only hitting creatures. Can't hit enchantments, so it's like a worse duress. Because I think, well, I don't know. I guess, yeah, the creatures are the important part of the deck, but like not being able to take a wedding announcement here is pretty unfortunate. We'll see, though. Okay, so surge up. They know now. Again, the information in this spot is really important.
Yeah,
knowing about that surge is half the battle. All right, they pass with no. Oh yeah, they were on the draw. What am I saying? Yeah, they made their land drop there.
Cut down time, or go for the throat.
Yeah, go for the throat. Okay, that's fine. Wedding announcement, a lot of value in one card. Going to be very tricky to trade off cleanly for that. Ooh. Yeah, there's a duress. Probably taking surge here. But I guess it depends. If you have a fable or something, maybe you take ossification. But I still think surge is probably the best thing to take here.
Yeah, I think the play pattern is what, like what you were saying. Like the Rakdos deck wants to get to turn ramped to turn 4 or get to turn 5 and then just start rapid firing off their bigger threats. So I think taking anything that can prevent that would be. And they didn't take the surge, so
they didn't.
I'm surprised, but
ossification, yeah, because they took ossification, meaning I'm pretty sure it's because they have Fable and they want to try and have that,
draw some cards.
Have that goblin live, maybe ramp them. Maybe they're short on lands here, but
yeah, it looks that way. Okay, makes sense.
Main phase draw. So yeah, because they're short on lands, they take that ossification to try and but then they don't have a Fable this turn, so yeah, they have a Blood Tithe. Okay. So Wedding Announcement going to flip here. I don't think we're going to see an attack. We're just going to wait until that announcement flips, and then they don't have any good blocks. All of our creatures trade. We're going to attack with our 2/2, of course. Yep. Never mind. Yep. The counter from Teachings. But yeah, no card draw. Just let's flip this. Get a big, nice wide board here.
Yeah,
that
good spot.
With Surge, we know they can't sweep us unless they have Glistening Deluge. Right. I guess our colorless Spirit would still live, but everything else would die. Drawing main phase. I love it when my opponents draw main phase. It just makes good.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't have fifth land invoke. Okay, great. Now this could be a Fable here. That would probably be the best thing they could play. So that Teachings is going to flip. Them looking at Teachings there makes me think they have a Wrath effect here. But they play another creature. Because I thought maybe they're looking at Teachings like, okay, I could pull the trigger on Wrath here, but I think I'm going to wait till next turn when that thing flips, make sure I get all the things here.
Right.
And but then they played a Blood Tithe, which is really interesting, I guess, just to maybe get the opponent, the green-white deck, to overcommit a little bit, perhaps. Oof, another Wedding Announcement. That's an easy Wedding Announcement there.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, let's see what happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
Send the team. If they double block them, that might be a no. Okay, so I was going to say if they block both, it might be a Wrath effect.
Yeah, exactly. But now I don't think so. Yeah, now I don't know if they have it. They get to draw a card here. We're going to see the blood on end step from Bob Moss, Bob Ross's cousin, Mob Boss.
Draw a card. Wow. And
few too many lands here. This is a 22 land deck, at least the last list I saw. I think this is the same one. 21. Holy cow, this one's playing 21 lands. That is very aggressive. So yeah, drawing 6 lands here is flooded, basically. Like they drew almost a third of their lands.
I think I was just gonna say that get rid of that, and then we're gonna shield it. Okay. And we're going to probably swing for 4, I'd say, or we're going to hold. Well, we're probably going to hold back.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Black-red stabilizing. Ooh, the ossification. They needed to find an answer for Shouldered there, and they did.
There it was. Yep.
Huge. So now the question is, I think we swing out, right? We swing with the team here, of course. I was going to say you could not attack with 2 creatures just so that you could draw with the Wedding Announcement. Or make more bodies with the Wedding instead of drawing. But I think drawing has got to be better here. So we'll Suicide attack. Oh, I'm surprised they didn't crew in response.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I guess they gained. So the benefit there was they gained 2, so they negate one of those tokens.
I guess
and then they get the pilot token. Oh, and they had a cut down.
And they had a cut down. Okay, that makes sense. Yep.
Kind of best possible outcome there. And they get to draw 1. Another. Well, okay.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's not bad. Sorcery speed removals. Ugh, just kind of rough here because they can always crew in response and do things in response. It's not going to let you push through the damage here the way like an end step instant speed removal spell would. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, they play Bankbuster draw. They have that blood token still to filter away more dead draws.
Wow.
Okay, we're still waiting on Surge. Got to save that Surge for an invoke.
Yeah. Mob Boss just wants. Oh my goodness. Mob Boss just wants them to use the Surge so bad, so they're just firing off everything possible.
Yeah, but I mean, and that's like a full third of our lands drawn. That is not cool. The ossification not hitting artifacts is another problem here. Them drawing 3 Bankbusters means we are going to be buried here by those Bankbusters. And they're going to crew here. So we're going to get an end step 2/2, which then flips into a 3 or turns into a 3/3 when an announcement flips. Keep that card in your hand. Yeah, at this point, I would keep the land. They could have Liliana, and if they do,
Yeah.
you want to have a card to discard to Liliana here.
Make them use the duress. Make them see the land in your hand.
Right. Yeah, exactly. If you know they're playing duresses. Yeah. Yep. Blood. Oh, so much card draw over there.
The 3 bank busters is just so crazy.
Yeah.
That's and just seeing this in action, this is one of the clues where you're like, all right, this card probably might not stick around after the month of May. It's like, look what's going on. You got a couple of them. I mean, it's like, it's just the value, too much value.
Yeah, and again, it's not a broken card in terms of power level. It's very fair. It's just the floor is so high and it's colorless, so it goes in every deck, and so every deck has ways to just not only draw. Maze Mind Tome is the there's the Surge. Okay, to keep the guys alive. Yeah, put lethal. Yeah, nice. So nothing they could do about that Surge. Like we said, post sideboard, the Surges are just so good here. So yeah, Invasion of Gobakon's a nice one, but I don't know what you'd side out. There's not a lot of space. Maybe Lauren. They're going to bring in more Lauren because of Bankbuster. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That's tough. It's tough to sideboard in these kind of linear aggro decks. The Audacities. Yeah, sorry.
I was just saying, you want the Commune with Spirits. You need to find your threats and answers. There's a Commune on the side there, but
very few sources of card advantage, so you need to find them. Yeah, exactly.
Is this the version that was running the draw card enchantment, the welcome?
No,
that was a different version. Okay,
different version. Yep.
Well, here we are, Game 3 in the finals.
Yeah, this is it.
Couldn't want anything better.
It's been a good match.
Players here.
But yeah, those post-board Surges, I think, really actually tilt the match in Green-White's favor post sideboard. They're just so good. The black deck has to find a duress. Even though they knew about it. Mob Boss knew about the Surge the entire game. He saw it in the opening hand, he or she, but then just had to play into it at some point, and it was just too late. Like, it's crazy.
Yep.
All right, we see Kami of Transients. Lead with the Resilient Threat here. Save that Naturalist so you can double spell next turn, potentially, if you have a 2-mana enchantment, but okay. Get to leave up the Surge here.
Go play the Teachings. Make the
Kami
bigger. There you go.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, right.
Off to a really good start. Unfortunately, milled a Surge right there in a Wedding Announcement. Probably the best cards in the deck.
Yeah. But again, a deck with 21 lands, I mean, is very threat dense, right? There's going to be, I think the average draw in this deck is going to be a spell and not a land. Well, maybe not now, but toward the middle of the game and stuff, late in the game, you're going to be like almost even lands and spells in your deck. It's good. It just gives the deck a lot more, the draws are more likely to be relevant than against the deck playing 26 lands or 27, like a lot of the decks do. But let's see. Drawing another Surge is nice.
Can you remind me, does Surge give everything indestructible as well? I can't read it at the moment. Or is it just hexproof?
I think it gives hexproof, and then it prevents damage from black and red sources.
Right.
So
okay. So it's not
okay. It's kind of indestructible against like Brotherhood's End. It's great, that kind of stuff.
Okay. So we could attack into Shieldred and in response to a block, we could do that, because I think that might be a little bit of a line, because I think we're going to attack here.
Yeah, and I would be happy to trade. I wouldn't even use the Surge here. I would just trade. If they want to block with Shieldred, great. Kami goes away, and Kami will come back. Oh, wow.
There it is.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting. I mean, with them being on 4 land, they're 1 land away from invoking. I would be saving this to block and invoke.
Okay. Yeah. That's definitely reasonable for sure.
You've got another Kami in hand. The other one's going to come back as soon as they kill Calyx, which they will. Oh, okay. Another Shieldred's annoying here. But I just think the one card that can get them back in this is probably just invoke. And as long as we have an answer for that, we're going to be okay. But let's see. Now we've got to get something big enough to get around that Shieldred. If an enchantment goes to the yard, we get the Kami back on end step as well. So there's maybe an argument to be made for suiciding the Naturalist here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Maybe put the counter on it and send it in and gain 3 and then get your Kami back. But
Probably not. Yeah, not good enough. Not worth it here. Okay, Shouldered every... Oh, boy.
Ooh.
No invokes, just a Chandra. Damn. That is not what we wanted to see here. It's probably going to be minus kill 2 things here, I imagine. Calyx and Naturalist.
Yeah, those are
yeah.
But
and
we do
there's
have
the
the response.
search.
Yeah.
And that's nice. We do get to kill Shouldered here. Chandra. Shouldered's going to eat something from this attack. Lauren, probably just playing out naked Lauren here to start drawing us cards.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you do here. We're kind of in trouble if they have... Oh, I think I'd send 2 things at Chandra just to make sure it dies. Yeah.
Right.
I think, there's an argument to be made for not overextending into a Wrath here. Like if they have Brotherhood's End or if they have the Deluge, we're dead. So save Lauren in case they do. But then what is Lauren going to do by herself on a board where they've Wrathed you? I don't know. That's a tough spot.
Yeah, that would be a bad spot for sure.
Yeah, like is there any point to saving this Lauren in hand? I don't know. Not sure where to put the counter. Okay. Yeah.
Sure. Put it on the face damage to whatever's going face here.
They're gonna eat Calyx.
There you go.
Chandra goes down. And do we see Lauren? No. Okay, Kami coming back. Nice. Okay, opponent with 4 cards down to 3. Oh, the Bankbuster. Beautiful. Lauren can eat that. No invoke yet. Wow, we dodged an invoke here. Yeah, they're digging. But we know they can't play it this turn. So this is where I think Green-White needs to really get aggressive. We're praying for an ossification off the top to eat that Shouldered and open the way to a big swing here. But at least Lauren eats that Bankbuster, which is great here. Jeez. But yeah. Oh, wow. Aggressive. Okay. They must have found an invoke, I think, if that's the case. Or wow, that's really aggressive.
Yeah. 7. Yeah, I mean they're gaining life back with the Naturalists with the attack, and they're gonna put counters on the Naturalists for absolutely, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, if the opponent could have instant speed removal here, so the lightning rod creatures, like Naturalist is such a lightning rod that they are putting it on the Naturalist is risky here. Oh, okay, never mind. One wants to block.
Okay,
so that makes that attack make a little bit more sense there from the opponent. But yeah, this Lauren is perfect. It's a blocker and it eats that Bankbuster. So now there's no way that they can push through enough damage to kill the white-green player this turn, I believe. But 1 Chandra already in the graveyard. This is close. It's 1 sweeper away from being over. If Black-Red finds a Brotherhood's End or a Deluge here, it's just over. But if they can't find it and they pass, the Green-White deck has a window here. Oh, Green-White drawing the lands.
Green-White's, suffering here. They have to... Oh, okay.
Oh, Surge was a great pickup, though. Wow, was that ever lucky. Nice. Wow, that is such a huge insurance policy. That just lets us, not even worry about the Brotherhood's End. Now, the Deluge still kills us here. No attacks. Oh boy.
Yeah, this is looking like a little bit of a standoff here until Mob Boss finds the sweeper. I think that's what the plan is right now.
But that's the thing. As Green-White, we can't just sit here letting them gain life. Every turn that Shouldered's in play is gaining them a lot of life.
And the Lauren is just hitting us in the face as well. It's like,
I think we're dead here. I think Green-White's done. Because we're at 4 life. We can't beat that. We have to suicide swing with Naturalist at some point to just not die to the Shouldered, the draw. We're at 4 life. I don't know.
It doesn't attack with the Naturalist and the 2 commies. I think that's like, if you're gonna attack with those. But it would really just be like kind of pointless.
You've got 1 more turn. I mean, there's maybe a way we can pump. We can pump the Naturalist.
Right, everything gets a shield for a turn.
I wouldn't be surprised to see an Invoke? No invoke here. Okay, I would have. Wow. Okay, interesting. Okay, we can't draw with Lauren because we die. So this is it.
This is it. All the marbles. They have the counter there. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I thought they might put it on the naturalist just for the life, but yeah, an opponent is back at 20 life after shouldered sitting in play for a few turns. So that is unfortunate. I think even if you can clear this board, you're just never doing that much damage back to them again, get them that low again. But
11 points.
Yeah, they block. 11 was good. That is good.
It's pretty decent. Green white is definitely flooding out too. Really feeling the fact that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They've drawn almost half their lands here.
Half, yeah, which is crazy. Oh, nice.
Oh,
to proceed the Now they know the way is clear. We're going to see an invoke, and we're not dying. We're going to 1 life. If we take 2 damage off invoke plus 2 damage from our draw step, we're not dead, but I don't know how we're going to win this. It's going to be close. What kind of powerhouse card could get through here? If they, even Machikos would not be enough. What do we have in the deck here? Something to push through a lot of damage. We don't have Audacity in the deck anymore. Ossification? Maybe enough? Oh, no.
They're drawing. Okay.
Oh, wait, because we're at 5. Yeah, right. Yep. I thought we were going to see an invoke. Okay.
Go to 1. Another naturalist. Yep. That's a decent draw there. if we're taking all this damage,
yeah, we're not going to be able to gain life with it though, so we're gonna have to pump one of those commies and hope they are big enough.
Yeah.
To
this is the
kill our opponent,
right?
Yeah.
This is it.
I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Yeah, I don't see it. With no audacities to pump or anything.
Yeah,
we're swinging here and hoping. I don't think that's enough damage. They have to put shouldered in front of something, but they don't have to block a 5/5, right? If they take 10, 11, 12, they can go to 1 life here. But they know that the opponent, it's all good.
Yeah, that's it. The math doesn't math.
Yeah, there's no more cards in hand, so they know that there's nothing green-white can do here. Oh, and they have instant speed removal, it looks like, as well. So I think red-black's going to take it down and crush the hopes and dreams of all the chat. Everybody wanted to see green-white win, but good run for Darkstream here.
Yeah, very good. It's nice to see something something a little bit different, doing something.
Yeah.
Just draw. Just do it. Just hit the Lauren. Just draw.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Instead of conceding, just draw, and you got it. Go out with class.
Yeah, both players on 1 life. Game 3. Man, was it ever a close game? But
very close game. Very well played. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see the power. We all see it. We all know it. We all suffer through it.
Yeah.
Shieldred is just a powerhouse of a card, especially in that shell.
Yep, it's tough. And I mean, it is, green-white has a lot of ways to gain life, but not finding it. I mean, this list is not playing. Yeah, we're not seeing Catilda in this list, so a little bit less life gain than normal, and there's the Blade Coil. Why not?
Why not?
Yeah. Okay.
They just paid
interesting.
6. They didn't do the extra. They could have drawn some extra cards, and there it is.
Yeah.
Draw and response.
Draw with Lauren. No instant speed answers here.
Yeah, there it is.
One of us. One. All right. So that's it. That's it, folks. Damn, red black taking it all down.
Darkstream, great job. 2nd place.
Yeah, great tournament.